Woo. And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
What a stellar outing in this one for O'Neal. 12 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. Nice shot by James.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Schroeder kicks to O'Neal. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. O'Neal's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Hawks. Cavaliers trailing. Smith outside. Back to LeBron. He's looking for Love and finds him. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Atlanta's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Fade away. O'Neal misses. The Cavaliers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. From 12 feet out, Mozgov with the bucket. And now a 3-point Cavalier lead.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
For Atlanta, they come in off a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors played some good basketball. He ended with 13 points, but also put up 4 boards. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with you.
A nice shot by Irving.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
They get it again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Back to Splitter. Banked in off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
LeBron against O'Neal. James. Rebound, Atlanta.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home.
Let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Horford. He's checked in for Splitter. Cephalosha comes in. And so we conclude the first.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with LeBron James. LeBron, how were you guys able to make that first half look so easy?
It's not easy at all. We're just flying around helping each other defensively, and we're able to get stops and we're able to execute offensively.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again. We didn't shoot the ball nearly as well as we're capable of in that half. You guys were too impatient. Don't be afraid to use the shot clock so we can find the best shot possible. And I also like how we've kept our turnovers to a minimum. That kind of heads-up play has to carry over into the second half. I think it's time for a healthy dose of pick and roll.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Millsap. O'Neal comes in for Cephalosha. Justin Holiday's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Cleveland also making a change. Williams is checked in. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Williams is out there with Smith. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's O'Neal. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. James kicks to Williams. Inside, here's Mozgov. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it. And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Deflects the pass. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for James. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 23 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Smith kicks to Love. Right side, Williams. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought.
The Hawks trail by 14. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov comes in for Anderson Varejao. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Smith dishes to Irving. Mozgov sets a screen for Irving. He feeds it to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson, a screen on Korver, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
That's good. That's 10 points for Al Horford. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Cleveland.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. Clark, you talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
Most definitely. I mean, going down 2-0 would have made their third and final meeting of the season really difficult to win, but now they'll go into it with confidence and really liking their chances.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for LeBron James.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
That wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece,
Yvette,
where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're going to be down with the team, I got to show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Can't believe the regular season's done. Some of those games I could barely remember. But we did it. We made the playoffs. And tonight, I make my postseason debut. I wasn't sure I'd be here as a rookie, but I can't wait to see what this team can do. Like KG said, anything's possible. So let's go chase that title.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Atlanta Hawks. A new group for Atlanta and a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Lee comes in for Sullinger. Jay Crowder's checked in for Evan Turner. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. On the floor for Boston, we've got Jay Crowder. Smart is out there with Isaiah Thomas. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Lee in at the 4 slot. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Outside Thomas. Olynyk sets a screen for Thomas. Feeds it to Olynyk. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night. The Hawks trailing. Splitter sets a screen. Here's O'Neal. Now that we have a moment, let's see who the best passing teams were in the regular season. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You know, sometimes it's tough to give up the ball to a teammate, but the good teams do it. They don't settle for just a good shot. They're looking for the best shot. And these guys have been unselfish all season long.
O'Neal hits them both. Boston shooting 47% here so far. Here's Smart. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shoots from the block. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Celtics lead by 2. The Hawks shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Splitter sets a screen. Here's O'Neal. Another shot. And Splitter with the nice bucket inside. Splitter's got it all tied up now for Atlanta. Thomas with the ball. There's the screen. Pass to Olynyk. He kicks to Smart. Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. That 3 off the mark. Now, here is O'Neal. Splitter sets a screen. O'Neal kicks it over to Schroeder. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You better look from there.
Celtics ball.
And here is Thomas. With a floater. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. O'Neal with it. Now guarded by Smart. Outside, Scott. The 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Celtics trail by 3. There's the pick. Thomas dishes to Olynyk. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. From beyond the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Pick by Lee. And Thomas, here we go. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Lee with a solid pick that time.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded closely. Here's Schroeder. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Smart passes to Olynyk. Offensive rebound. Picked by Lee. Here's Crowder. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Crowder's got his first points of the game.
And you know what? No need for any extra motivation right now. Not only is he playing at home, but this is the postseason, folks. And so you can expect to see this guy come out here with the sense of focus and the sense of urgency necessary to get the W.
Let's take him back.
Recently, we sat down with Freak to discuss his NBA future as a free agent this offseason. You know, Clark, it sounds like he hasn't ruled out the possibility of exploring his options.
And I'd agree with you, Kevin, and nor should he. I mean, free agency is a big decision, but it's also a huge opportunity for any player. One of the greatest opportunities a player can have in his career. So I think it makes sense, and it's prudent to take your time, evaluate your options, and see where you think you might want to land.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics, Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Evan Turner is out there with Avery Bradley. And it's Crowder in at the small forward. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards gave them a bit of a boost. He ended with 13 points, and a lot of his contribution coming from the charity stripe as he was drawing fouls. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Korver gets a wide open look. Atlanta again missing.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Boston shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. Tabo Sapolosha. Both teams making substitutions here. Boston leading by 3. Now Thomas. He has 6. Screen by Lee. Left side Thomas. Clock at 6. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Hardaway kicks to O'Neal. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. O'Neal's got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Thomas kicks to Lee. Scott pulls it in. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
Thomas kicks to Turner. 1:33 left to play here in the second quarter. And that one's good.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first. And that was pretty good.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Outside Thomas. Picked by Lee. Kicks to Olynyk. Launches it. Offensive rebound Celtics, but they'll get another chance. Back to Thomas. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Lee, and stolen by Scott. Here's Schroeder. He dishes it to O'Neal. Schroeder with the ball. Now, here's O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. It's tipped. Olynyk with the steal. Thomas goes in. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to